Hi guys! Today I'm gonna talk about my stretch slopes, which are in both ears, because I've been getting a lot of questions, usually the same questions over and over. So I decided to make a video out of it so that both people that have questions about stretched ears, or if you want to get your ears stretched, you know like what to do or how to take care of them, or you just want to hear my experience with them. Okay, so here I have a list of questions that I get asked. So first I'm gonna start off with just basic questions about my ears and how I started stretching them and stuff like that. I started stretching my ears in 7th grade, but I didn't get far. I just went to a 10 and that's it, and I stopped. Tapers and like stretching stuff and piercings, they're expensive, especially back then when I had to ask my parents for money, so like I couldn't buy my own stuff. So I just stopped stretching and I just stayed at 10, but then I went back to normal piercings. Right now I am a 7/16. It looks like this. It's not really that big. Maybe it's the piercing that makes it look big a little. I don't know. But they're not big. My goal size, when I first started stretching, I said I was going to stop at a 0 or maybe a double 0. I wasn't sure because I didn't want my ears to be stretched to the point where I couldn't go back. So I just planned to stop at 0. But then as closer as I got, and then I finally got to a 0, I was like, this is not even big. Like, I want something that I like, something that I was satisfied with, pretty much. So I just kept stretching to a double 0, and then right now my goal size is at least a half an inch. Maybe I'll stretch bigger, I'm not sure, because I kind of like these 7/16s, but I kind of still want to size up to a half inch. For me, it didn't hurt much. Just a little pinch maybe here and there. But depending on the size I was stretching up to. And it didn't hurt. Unless maybe it's just me. I don't think stretching should hurt unless you're tearing your ear like a lot of people do because they don't know how to stretch their ears. The worst stretch for me was from a 2 to a 0, and I think that was it. Or a 4 to a 2, between there. That was the worst pain. I had to take Advil to calm down the swelling. It wasn't bleeding, it was just swelled up because I guess it was tender still. But it was the worst stretch for me. But it was the only one that really did hurt, and to the point where I say it hurt. The other ones were just like a pinch. Well, I started stretching I think last February or the end of January, I'm not even sure. I started with a 12, but I stretched up I think that same week to a 10 because like I said, I've been stretching my ear since 7th grade. So my ear was still, I guess, that side. So I stretched up that same week from a 12 to a 10. After that, I think I waited 2 weeks. I know it's not a lot. The recommended is at least a month, especially with the small size. In the beginning, I didn't do any of that. If it didn't hurt anymore, I stretched up. And so I think that's where I messed up. But my ears are healed. They never got an infection. I stretched probably every 2 weeks. But I did wait to go from a 4 to a 2 because I knew that one was going to be a big stretch. So that one I did wait at least a month to stretch up so that my ear could heal and everything. And same with 2 to 0. That one I waited, I think, a month, maybe. Yeah, I think a month. And that one was still very painful. For people that want to stretch, the most common thing is tapers, which is what I use. Tapers aren't jewelry. You can't really use them as jewelry because your ear will stretch unevenly due to the fact that one side is wider than the other. But yeah, I just left them in because I didn't want to spend money on smaller plugs and stuff because I knew I wasn't gonna stay there. So yeah, this one was the smallest size, which is not what I started with because my ear was bigger already. People always assume that just because you have stretched ears, your ears smell bad. And honestly, that's on the person's hygiene. Whenever I go in the shower and wash my hair, I don't have any plugs in or tunnels or anything. So I go in and I just wash my ear with mild soap and warm water. And then I just pat it dry because I don't like rubbing it because it can irritate your ear. And sometimes I do put on skin oil or bio oil or stuff like that just to moisturize your ear. You don't want to put lotion, especially scented lotion. That's not good for your ear. People say with stretched ears is that if they take out their tunnels and plugs and they leave them out, that their ears close or they get smaller. In my case, that doesn't happen. It's never happened actually. I sleep without my plugs in. I sleep without anything in because it's more comfortable. Sometimes I leave my ears without anything in, like they're just bare, no plugs, no tunnels, no nothing. And my ears, they look smaller, but if I like tug it a little, not like pull, but if I tug it a little and put in my plug, they fit in just nice. They don't feel snug or tight or smaller. I've gone without plugs. I think the most was a week and my ears didn't close. Parents thought about my ears. I guess they're because I am 16, so I still live with my parents. Honestly, they were pretty cool about it. My mom said they were cool. She thought they were really nice. She didn't really care about the size. Although sometimes whenever I wear my tunnels or if I don't have anything in, she thinks it's nasty. I don't know why. She just says it looks really big and abnormal. But I'm just like... My mom did say that it's my opinion because it's my body. On the other hand, my dad, he was kind of just like, why did you do that to yourself? You're gonna regret it. But then he didn't really care after that because he knew that I wasn't really gonna listen because they're my ears and not his. These are some of the, I guess, annoying questions I get a lot. And I get that so much. I think they look nice. I like the way they look. And I like my stretched lobes and I do not regret them. I'm not telling people to stretch their ears. I just did for myself. Compared to someone that if they don't wash it and if they don't put essential oil in their ear, heal their ears, obviously it's gonna smell bad. For me, mine don't smell bad. Some of the plugs I have, they have like designs, so it doesn't really look like your ears are stretched. Oh well, I guess I'm fucked. I guess I can take them out and just like let them shrink, do their thing. And if they don't shrink, then I'll get surgery if it's that big of a deal for me. I don't think I will regret it in the future. Can't regret something you wanted. Thank you for watching, and I hope I answered at least some of the questions you were having if you're planning to stretch. That's it for today. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the day.